So some of you may be wondering, why did I stop doing my CritMedic podcasts? Well, there's a couple of reasons. Some of them you may potentially find a little bit surprising. Stay tuned for the CritMedic podcast live. So I stopped doing my podcasts on a regular basis for a number of reasons. I think one of the most common reasons that I really stopped doing my podcast is just a number of hours involved in creating the podcast. It took a lot of time to do the research for the supporting material for the podcast, and also took a lot of time to do the editing for the podcast. I didn't mind doing the research because it actually taught me a couple of things as I went through the process to, find the supporting information and all the studies that were related to it. But taking time to go through what I already said, for a couple of hours, editing a 20-minute podcast, taking out all the all the uhs, and all the other various vocalizations that don't really serve a purpose in a podcast was quite tiring and tedious, and really kind of dissuaded me from doing a podcast. So I decided that I'd get back into doing an informational podcast in a new format. I'd do my podcast live. This offers several advantages, the most important of which is I now have an excuse not to edit my material. So whatever happens, whatever goes out, goes out. So hopefully everything turns out all right, and I don't have to do any sort of editing on the final product because, well, I can't. But that'll get me back into presenting you with some quality material going on in the future. If you're catching us on the audio podcast, just know that there is a video available which can hopefully add another dimension to the material that you're getting. So hopefully you tune into that. And there's other reasons that I also stopped doing my podcast as well. The second reason that I stopped doing my podcast is that new material came out where video is actually better in terms of Facebook algorithms for posting on timelines and optimization for things like that, where video is actually preferred over audio, or even worse, just a link to a web page. So video is the new black, so to speak. And what's better than actual just uploaded video is live video, because then people actually get live notifications that we are live and that we are streaming. So there's some kind of search engine optimizations that I did to say we should probably go live to present the material. And the third reason that I'm going live, well, that might be a little bit more of a surprise. One of the feedback that I have received from people was that I got some criticism that I didn't provide either subtitles or a transcript of the podcast I produced. And I don't do that. I don't create a script that I read verbatim. I create a general outline, and I follow the bullet points going in order. So I don't really have a script to post or a transcript to post. I would have to go back, look at everything again, and write everything that I said down, which would be both time-consuming and would detract from what I'm trying to do. So I decided that I would try the format. YouTube actually provides with some captions that are kind of suboptimal. They are auto-generated, so it's some text-to-speech. But the benefit of that is that people who are hearing impaired can actually see my lips and can do some lip reading from that. But this has been an issue that's not only impacted me, it's also impacted other services and websites that put out material for free. For instance, UC Berkeley was sued, as well as other online services, where they put out their course material for free, just videotaped lectures for free out on the internet. What could be so bad about that? Unfortunately, some disability rights advocates took it upon themselves to sue on behalf of the disabled individuals, saying that they're not providing ADA compliant material. Mind you, this is all material being provided for free. So unfortunately, UC Berkeley, MIT, several other places took their videos down, which is quite unfortunate. And it's just So if I can't have it, no one else can have it. It seems to be the mentality of some of the people who are advocating for this. And this is one of the criticisms that I received, that I should do this. And, if I can't apparently do a hearing impaired friendly one, that I maybe shouldn't be doing a podcast, which is, I think, kind of asinine. Unfortunately, this has not only impacted me, it's impacted other people as well. Granted, I was never sued, but it's just one of the things that goes into your mind, back of your mind, that, hey, this is some sort of nationwide issue. And actually, what might be of interest to some of you, since this has been taken down, is that there has been a service made available where they can actually share all these videos that were taken down through the service called Library. It's been sort of a new age sort of fashion. It's it's spelled Libry. I haven't tried out the service, so I don't know for certain if it's something that's really worthwhile. But it is something where all the videos that were taken down as a result of these lawsuits can actually be found. But my standpoint is, I have the ability to maybe make something that's hearing impaired friendly, even though I'm not sure there's a huge demographic and need for that. So when you, as they say, TV killed the radio stars, I will still produce the audio cast, but it'll just be the audio version of everything that I produce live. So if you're hearing a podcast and it sounds a little bit strange, I'm referring to things that are on screen that you don't see, that'll be why. Go ahead and tune to YouTube, where I'll share these videos, or where I'll do it live, which is Facebook Live, and you'll be able to catch it there. So go ahead and check us out. We'll be back next week. We'll do some quality material. If you have any suggestions, things that you'd like to see, go ahead and feel free to suggest that in the comment thread below. I'm always looking to do new things, whatever is of interest to you. Just let me know, and hopefully we'll see you next week. And as always, keep thinking.